What a suck up, Richard.
No. No. Jeez,
Loving an elevator. Living it up when I'm going down.
Ooh. Well, that's weird. There's a bed if you want it.
I got House of Pain.
It's going to kick us off.
No, I have it right.
Huh?
I have it on the regular. Look at the screen. I have it on the non-Facebook.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to do Patrick, Justin Thomas, Drone. Here we go. Living it up till I'm going down.
You're listening to Danny in the Jar
on 98.1 The Max.
The U.S. Open for the PGA began yesterday at Wingfoot Golf Club in New York State, Upper New York State. And one of the highlights was Patrick Reed on the 7th hole. Here it is.
Coming off a double bogey at the 5th and a birdie at the 6th. Watch this.
Hello!
One hopper.
One bouncing in, hole in one at the U.S. Open for Patrick Reed.
I would be jumping around too.
Especially at the Open with it being such a tough course.
Yeah. I still can't believe the stuff John Goins said about how you could put a 24-ounce can in some of those roughs and never see it. American Justin Thomas, Miss Danny Brunn's boy from Bama, is in the lead after the opening round with a 5 under, followed by Patrick Reed, Matt Wolff, and Thomas Peters. Yesterday with Miss Pam's picks at the book at Horseshoe Casino. She picked Patrick Reed. I predicted John Rahm. And I can't remember, did you go with Justin or Rory?
I think I tried to fool you to pick 2, but Justin.
But so far, you've done good because Rory's in 3rd and Rahm's, I believe, tied for 5th. So listen to this afternoon with Pam's picks at the book during the 4 o'clock hour with Danny in the Jar. And yesterday's game against the Cubs and the Indians made history. It was the first ever drone delay. A drone flew over the ballpark and its lights blinked as it hovered over the field and then landed in the outfield for a few moments, making the umpires clear the field. I think drones may be. Are they good? It's like anything else. Are cell phones good or bad for us? A social network.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think it's become bad. I don't know why a drone would be bad for us.
Well, that'll get into privacy. Like if that's why we have build fences. We don't want you seeing us in swimming suits by the pool. But if you have a drone, you can like fly over and film.
Well, that is true.
There's goods and bads, I suppose, to everything.
I don't see drones often.
Oh, I think there'll be a big time. It's just like that one in LA. I mean, it was right there by a plane, 3,000 feet up in the air. What was it doing up there?
When?
A couple of weeks ago. Remember?
That was a man. That was a man in a suit.
Oh, that's right. That was
a straight up dude.
That's right. Totally spaced on that one.
Coming up next, wondering how we did social distancing on Labor Day weekend? Well, we got the results. They are in, and we'll tell you what they are next. I knew you were going there. I was like, oh no, dude, that was a dude.
No, I love how you put it. That was a dude. That was a full flesh mammal, brother.
Human sapien.
Yeah.
That sports I sent you, you could probably use in your sports.
What?
It's in your toaster.
Are you ready for this? That's why. Hello? That's why.
Oh, I don't have the new copy points. Okay. Sorry, I saw that and then.
Oh, no, you're good. All right. Sports.
New talking points.
Oh, this is a music bed.
Yep.
Tinfo, bro.
Print. Where is it? I love this. I love it. I love it like 365 days a year.
Oh, it's just like, remember how you were frustrated with me? Like, did you listen to that? I was like, I don't see it. Because the first thing he sent was a Word document, and I didn't see the 5 attachments below it because of 365.
Oh.
I can tell you're getting frustrated. I was like, babe, I do not know what you're talking about.
I just remembered I'm out of ink. So we go OSCO. Oh, I hear you over there trying to print. Don't even trick me. Thanks. Another blank piece of paper. It just deposits blank paper. Did you do your talent yet?
Oh, I'll do that afterwards.
Okay, so I can copy it. Thanks.
You're welcome. Are you done with Gym Masters?
I have no idea. I guess so.
Mistletoe.
End of summer sales event going on through 9:30. New duck calls from Banyan.
Killed her.
Snacked him. Waterfowl out of Millington. What up, Millington?
3853.
Thing 1 and thing 2 are awake, and it's hilarious because they're up 30 minutes earlier than they usually are, and they're already dressed because they had a bath last night and put on their thing 1 and thing 2 pajamas, and it's pajama day, so they just get up and go to school. But then, of course, on a day like that, they wake up 30 minutes early. Why does it happen like that? Because they're excited, but they're already ready for school.
And then by noon, they'll be passed out. All right now, baby.
It's all right. Oh, post. All right. It's Friday. Get into it. Get it, girl. I have anxiety attacks on Fridays, though. That takes way too long. Did I send you that entertainment bed? No. Decks take forever to download. What are you? You're a chatter. You get the chat in the toaster and the download in the converter. Convert. You can use this for the next break if you like. Send that. Open the deck. Open. Ba 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 ba. It's amazing how much we download a day. I know I say it every day, but it just blows my mind.
You want to do this for Labor Day?
Yeah.
Okay. Bum, 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 bum.
What's today? 18/9/18. What did we just do? Jones and golf. Fuck. I want to rock. It ain't metal. Copy drones and paste. I'll save as downloads. Nope, teases to drop. The DJT72, DJT72. Yes, drop, upload. Don't you like how I have to just talk myself through my steps? Wait till I get to the 12th step. DJT72, where are you located, man? There you are. Thank you. Upload. Uploaded. Download. Oh, the script to reports my favorite part of the day. Save. Go. Yes. Done. Verify. Done. Let the dog out. I love that song.
Well, we got no choice. All the girls and boys.
Ba. Oh. Making messes. Making messes. Making messes. Making messes. Making messes. Vitamin time. Vitamin time. One. Start with that one.
They say 2000 party over. Oops, out of time.
Edit. Let me edit. Oh no.
No. No, you cannot. They say here we go. Labor Day.
It's Danny and the Jar.
98.1 The Max.
Wondering how we did social distancing on Labor Day weekend? Well, the almost 300 new coronavirus cases the Shelby County Health Department reported yesterday is the highest number in more than a month. The health department also reported 5 new related deaths yesterday. Things were a bit better on the hospitalization side, though, in terms of both the number of COVID positive patients in the ICU and the percent of COVID patients hospitalized. So, are we being 300 new coronavirus cases in Shelby County? Is that high? I know we've hit a lot more higher numbers on another day. I think less people are getting tested.
Oh, much higher. Like this morning, I think it was like 238. And I was like, wow, that's a lot less alarming than 1,200 or 5,000 as we had back in May.
Have you heard anybody in your circle of friends say they're not going to get tested?
No, I haven't really asked because I think a lot of my friends really think this is total garbage, and I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Well, some parents in Massachusetts sent their kid to the first day of high school, even though he had tested positive for coronavirus.
We had a student who had COVID-19 and had been at school yesterday. The student knew that they had the virus. They were under the understanding that since they were asymptomatic, that they did not need to quarantine for the full 10-day period.
And that's what's so messed up. I mean, I get that they have some scientific proof maybe behind it all. But if you're positive, you quarantine 10 days. If you're exposed, you quarantine 14 days.
What's the difference?
Well, because you haven't had any symptoms yet. So it could take up to a few days to get the symptoms. So then those are the 10 days after that. But you're putting all of these people in a situation that would make me not want to go get tested, as irresponsible as that sounds.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to tell me that some of these tests come back inaccurate. So it could come back positive and it not even be positive. But you know how hard high school is anyway, just in the sense of high school. And, oh my God, listen to what he did and she did and he did this. And I like her this week, but I hate her next week.
Oh, especially with social platforms now. When you and I were in school, it was just on the phone. Now it's all over Facebook.
Imagine going to a party.
Yeah.
And you come home and you don't feel well. So you go and you test positive. So you say, I tested positive. I cannot come to school. They say, okay, I need you to write a list of names that were at this party. Oh, so now you want me to be a snitch?
Right.
Okay. So
what-
now I'm the snitch. So I'm not going to write down everybody's name down because I'm not having those people hate me.
Right. And
So
what,
I'm only write down a few names. And then what happens? Those people whose names are written down now have to be quarantined because they were exposed. So you've got kids sitting at home for 14 days, not being able to do any of their activities, while the other kids who didn't get ratted out are just running around with their lives. That's not going to cause any trouble for high school students.
thanks, Steve.
Who is Steve?
The rat. I'm just tired of using the word Karen. We need another one besides Barbara. Coming up, a few tips on how to help your kids pay attention if they're online schooling. And Danny Bruns, there are 5 of them. You make a living out of one of them, and you're a master of the other. It's coming up next.
Talk and write puns? Did you hear me?
What?
Talk and write puns?
No. Listen to music and doodle.
You want to do SY here or no?
We can. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Back. Going back.
S.Y. Wilson, the official outfitters of Danny and the Jar, located in Arlington Square, where they are part of our 98 Days of Outdoors. You could qualify to win that Hobie Quest 13 kayak thanks to S.Y. Wilson. It's the swiftest solo paddle kayak, and its Memphis exclusive Hobie dealer is S.Y. Wilson. That'll be coming up at the end of the hour, your chance to qualify for that. And they've got the exclusive dealer in Memphis with the new Dark Seas apparel in stock. Also, new Jetty shirts. They've got new duck calls from Banyan Waterfowl. They're out of Millington. And end of summer sales events still going on through September 30th. But the cake bike takes the cake.
Yes, ma'am. Go to ridecake.com. They are a street legal hybrid overland bike that can go over 65 miles an hour. So I guess you're going to need a pretty good helmet to get on this bad boy. A 54-mile radius, never needs gas, fully electric. You can find them at S.Y. Wilson, 120 Walker Street in the heart of Arlington by the Arlington Depot. S.Y. Wilson, they have you covered from the trail to the cocktail. I have a School's Out music bed if you want me to play that during this one. Is that okay? School's out of summer. School's out in pieces.
Where's your phone?
Oh, hey.
And we're back. Break.
Now I understand the severity of why you said it that day.
Of what?
What we just said.
School's out forever. Now, we'll have to remember this going forward, because the only reason I'm not putting all of our segments up after our show is because they're already going up again. I mean, because they're playing again in the afternoons. So we won't be able to post anything that has music on the back, on the under it. Hey, Craig. Craig, you wake up. Craig. You know what I mean? Unless it's generic, we won't be able to put a podcast anywhere.
Oh, I got you. Well, I'll come up here tomorrow and we'll try. I'll call you and see if we can try and get me on one of our music bed websites.
Oh, am I supposed to be doing a tease? Not shaking my hands playing? Phantom. Why do I not have... Oh. Post up. Let's go. Let's roll.
Yeah, we're almost there, buddy. We're almost there. After I text you last night, I didn't go to bed real quick, and I was like, come on, man. Then
I didn't either. I laid down at 8:15, and then I was back up at 9:30 pacing around.
I just bragged to somebody. I was like, I've slept well all week. We've had a great week. And I started knocking on wood. I was like, I'll screw it up. But once I was afraid, I was terrified. I will survive. I will survive.
Hey. All right, so we got Gorman at 9:30, Pam at 10:30, John at 11. And then do you have a riddle we have a riddle, don't we?
No, I have a riddle me this, but I teased Tri-State Trivia.
Did Randy ever reply after you emailed him all those clips?
Didn't he put something in that that document where the audio came from that I didn't see? I haven't read it either, but should we punt here before you even send the tease?
Yep.
I'm gonna put Skinner there instead of Red Hot Chili Peppers. Better Friday song. Oh, there we go. A few minutes, seconds. Sorry. Here we go. Well, school's not necessarily out unless they are at home. And a recent Pew Research study found that half of parents with at least one child aged 12 or younger who may have an older kid believe the amount of time kids spend in devices could affect their school performance. 95% of teens ages 13 to 17 have a smartphone, and nearly half say they're online almost constantly. Here's some tips from some experts to ensure kids get the most out of school, even though they're at home. Now, put their non-learning devices away. I'm assuming that's going to be video games and other stuff. And what about a calculator? Calculator's a learning device. It'll help you cheat.
They don't need calculators anymore when you have your phone.
Mm-hmm. Check in on your kid and make sure they're taking breaks and maybe even getting physical activity. You've done that with your girls throughout the summer. Just to go, your backyard's perfect for your family and doing something like that. Look at how they spend their downtime.
Straight up YouTube. Straight up.
Right. Nap.
Video after video after video.
Yeah. Maybe help, maybe give them back their non-learning devices away. And the last two. One is listen to music, which Miss Danny Bruns does with her girls plenty of time, and doodling. We've told you many times about how Danny Bruns doodles so much on her notepad. I'm one of those. I'd much rather type it on a Microsoft Word pad, but as you can hear her in the background, I can hear her writing all day long. And then she gets to a point to where she doodles so much that she doodles over her task for the day. For those of you on Facebook Live,
I mean, that's a page and that's usually like phone calls. If you hear us, or if you hear us doing an interview, you can hear me. And I need to tell the people that we're interviewing that I'm paying attention. This is how I pay attention.
Right. It's like her task for the day have a border of doodles, like a pretty little picture.
Yeah, circle seems to be my favorite.
Well, they say that it can help students feel engaged but not passive, and the extra stimulation may even help kids focus more.
It does. It helps me focus. It's a natural thing that I go do, and I'm totally paying attention. It may not look like it. I don't know why your brain does that, but I'm glad to hear that it's not me being an idiot.
Right. Finally, you don't feel bad by doing it.
What's even funnier, though, is, didn't we get in trouble as kids?
Oh.
Why aren't you paying attention? What are you sitting over there doodling?
Right.
And quite the opposite, teachers. If they're doodling, they're actually engaged.
Actually, mine, and this is weird because my mother was a teacher, but all my teachers always talked about how they tried to catch me. Like I would be staring out the window, just daydreaming.
Well, that to me, the doodling keeps you from doing that.
Well, here's the thing about it. They always told my mom, I've always tried to catch Chris daydreaming, and I'll ask him a question. I'm like, boom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you weren't daydreaming.
I was exact opposite. Well, yeah, but I was still listening. I'm sure Mary Jane probably had a lot to do.
You didn't smoke weed till you were out of high school. You were marching in the band. Come on.
I'm glad Danny said that. Thank you very much.
On the Max.
Which morning wood headline is the correct headline? Would a rooster move halfway around the world and wind up crowing at dusk instead of dawn?
Would a blind cat save a baby bird from a hawk?
Would 4 people get arrested for filming small children smoking dope? 535-9898. Which morning wood headline is the actual headline for today? And you can win a pair of Malcolm movie passes and qualify for a Hobie Quest 13 kayak from S.Y. Wilson, Memphis's exclusive Hobie dealer. It's your 98 days of outdoors with Avery Superstore at 98 Won the Max. Good luck! John and Craig, y'all having fun this morning on your little convo? I look just like Pamela Anderson.
Here we go. Hey, the Max, who's this?
Hey, this is Corey.
Corey, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Nesbitt on my way to Memphis.
Corey, which morning wood is the correct headline? Would a rooster move halfway around the world and wind up crowing at dusk instead of dawn? Would a blind cat save a baby bird from a hawk? Would 4 people get arrested for filming small children smoking dope?
It's a cat.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Is it the cat, the blind cat?
The blind cat. You've got no morning wood today. I am sorry, Corey, but what day is it?
It's Friday, bitches.
Oh, kitty, kitty. You get it. Get it, girl.
Thank you, Corey.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, bud.
Hey, the Max, who's this?
Hi, this is Matt. How y'all doing?
Great, Matt. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Memphis.
Matt from Memphis. Is it the rooster, the cat, or the child smoking dope?
I'm going to go with the cat child smoking dope.
That is correct, Matt. You've got yourself. Matt has morning wood from Memphis. Yes, baby.
Boom.
And guess what? That child smoking the dope's not even Jarman.
You know what? I don't doubt it.
Matt, you've got yourself a pair of Malco movie passes. Oh, it just keeps giving. I love it. Matt from Memphis, Morning Wood, Malco movie passes, and you're qualified for that Hobie Quest 13 kayak from S.Y. Wilson. And it's the 98 Days of Outdoors from 98.1 The Max and Avery Outdoor Superstore. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you, Matt. Speaking of days, what day is it?
It's Friday, bitches!
Yes, sir.
All right, Matt. Hey, 1 second, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Wowzers. You got that puppy ready? Come on, send it. What are you trying to do over there? What are you trying to do? You trying to do something over there? Come on now. Come on now. Can't hear you.
Knocking out that 45 seconds of him.
What?
No, I just muted part of it to help you out, but you got it. All right, mute.
Are you going to get the winner?
You have the audio, right? Okay. Done.
Yes, you're gonna have to hit a recycler, please.
I've got it. I'm on it. I'm on it like you want it. I'm on it.
You're not helping the situation.
My bad. I will mute myself.
Excuse me.
The max.
Danny in the jar.
I almost fell out of my chair laughing at this because it's sort of local, if you pay attention. A man in Zurich, Switzerland.
Why can't we hear that one?
Because I'm waiting on you.
Well,
I'm waiting to hear the ding.
ding, 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 ding. I'm waiting to go. Oh, get that top of the hour out before I freak out, please.
Oh, freak out.
You hear my stomach?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you? Oh, shit. Did you have to email a? God. There's not gonna be a tease on that one. It's not gonna happen. So it's not in my lineup. I can't do it. Can't open up another email. Hey, Chris, where are you calling from?
Get up. It's your morning wood with Danny in the jar on 98.1 The Max.
Corey, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Nesbitt on my way to Memphis.
Corey, which morning wood is the correct headline? Would a rooster move halfway around the world and wind up crowing at dusk instead of dawn? Would a blind cat save a baby bird from a hawk? Would 4 people get arrested for filming small children smoking dope?
Is it the cat, the blind cat?
The blind cat. You've got no morning wood today. I am sorry, Corey, but what day is it?
It's Friday, bitches.
Oh, kitty, kitty. You get it. Get it, girl.
Thank you, Corey.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, the Max, who's this?
Hi, this is Matt. How y'all doing?
Great, Matt. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Memphis.
Matt from Memphis. Is it the rooster, the cat, or the child smoking dope?
I'm going to go with the child smoking dope.
That is correct, Matt. You've got yourself. Matt has morning wood from Memphis. Yes, baby.
Boom.
And guess what? That child smoking the dope's not even Jarman.
You know what? I don't doubt
it.
Matt, you've got yourself a pair of Malco movie passes. Oh, it just keeps giving. I love it. Matt from Memphis, Morning Wood, Malco movie passes, and you're qualified for that Hobie Quest 13 kayak from S.Y. Wilson. And it's the 98 Days of Outdoors from 98.1 The Max and Avery Outdoor Superstore. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you, Matt. Speaking of days, what day is it?
It's Friday, bitches!
Yes, sir.
4 Mississippi people are behind bars after a video went viral on social media showing a small child smoking the marijuana. The child was given the drug by some adults. Mississippi Pike County Sheriff's Office began investigating after someone sent them the video that was posted to Snapchat. The investigation revealed that Anna Waldron, William Albright, and Callie Green allowed a 3-year-old child to smoke marijuana on more than one occasion.
Is that not legal?
No, I don't think that's very legal.
Oh, okay.
Not in Mississippi. Maybe maybe Colorado. Maybe.
Arkansas?
Are minors allowed to smoke marijuana?
I don't know. Is there an age? limit on that? Yeah, I think you have to be 18 or 21. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Coming up, it was the Battle of Ohio last night on Thursday Night Football as the Browns beat the Bengals 35-30.
All right, I need a rundown, man. I can't go on living life like this.
When is Steve joining us?
9:30.
Okay. So he'll be the 9:38 and 9:55. And that's where I am.
All right, I'm gonna get something to eat.
Oh, no. This thing called love. What's this thing I call love?
Oh, Fridays. Yes. Hold on, I have to get your thing 1 and 2 signs or sticker things.
2.
1.
But we have to pull them off to unzip it when we go back.
Or you can put it there, but you have to go to the bathroom, pick up. Move that, but don't lose it. Y'all are hilarious. Okay.
Near side looking. He's going to go long and deep. Beckham's out there. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown. OBJ. Wow. 43 yards. A beautiful shot. Oh, that was beautiful. That really was.
What do you do in your sleep, honey?
Call love.
Pressing that for. Not this for.
I'm pressing your thing.
I know. So dumb. How? Well, you know. So. I didn't really need to, but I still brushed my hair. Ow! I just got a new hair. I'm gonna wear this wig all day.
You're so silly. Let's show them thing 1 and 2. Yo, Jar, check them out. Hold on. Hold on, guys.
Yeah. Pajama day.
Good.
Is it pajama day?
Here, go down. Y'all are gonna fall. Stop. That chair's going down. God. Good.
How do I see myself? How do I see myself?
I'm gonna show you. Just simmer
I
down.
can't see myself.
I see Macy. I see 1, 2, 1 thing, 1, 2.
Back up.
Thing 1, thing 2.
Back up. Let me see.
I can't see myself.
Well, back up. We can't because my camera won't go back anymore. Back up a little more if you want to see your thing.
Say hi, Max listeners.
Say hi, Max listeners.
Hi.
All ready for school today. Pajama day.
Yay.
Okay, I got
Yay today.
yay today. Say hi to Dave.
Who's that? Oh, hi, Dum Dum. Hi, guy. Cause I called you Dum Dum because you're this cardboard. It is cardboard. It's cardboard.
All right, I got 30 seconds. Bye. Love you. Close the door. Have a good day at school. I'll fix that in a minute.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Sports shorts, the bottoms you wear on your Zoom call, and the top sports stories of the day with Danny and the Jar on 98.1 The Max.
There we go. The Cleveland Browns topped the Cincinnati Bengals 35-30 last night at home. Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield went 16 of 23 for 219 yards, throwing 2 touchdown passes. Here's one of them to Odell Beckham Jr.
Mayfield on first down, and he's going to bootleg it out. Near side looking. He's going to go long and deep. Beckham's out there. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, OBJ. Wow, 43 yards. A beautiful shot. Oh, that was beautiful. That really was.
And Joe Burrow threw 37 for 61. The prop bet was only 65 attempts that he would throw, but he threw for 316 yards. NFL got a piece of good news to start the 2020 season. All 32 starting quarterbacks made it out of week 1 unscathed. Last year, the first 2 weeks was hard on a bunch of teams. The New York Yankees hit 2 home runs in 1 inning, or rather, if I can get that to move, I believe they hit 5 home runs in 1 inning for the first time in franchise history yesterday. Naomi Osaka of Japan said, who won the U.S. Open in tennis, won't be playing in the French Open, and the Tampa Bay Lightning beat the New York Islanders 2-1 in overtime last night to take the Eastern Conference Championship and go to the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time since 2015 versus the Dallas Stars.
Stars and lightning.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Stars and lightning.
Oh, I like that.
It's going to be a sky-like astronomical Stanley Cup.
Coming up, the TikTok dentistry is on the rise, and we'll tell you what you should not do and what could really happen to your teeth.
So are we not doing Riddle Me This?
Huh?
We're not doing Riddle Me This?
What a dumbass.
You said it. Just kidding.
Hey, do you want, okay. Hey, so you want to just swap?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And I was just going to say, when we tease the Riddle Me This, Riddle Me This is coming up next. If you'd like to play, call now.
Okay.
And then maybe we can get a Riddle Me This out. And if nobody calls, that's fine. Then we'll try Tri-State Trivia too. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, well, I say it in the Riddle Me This, the Tri-State Trivia.
Correct. So when we say coming up next, Riddle Me This, if you'd like to play, call now.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we can knock one out. I don't know for sure, but
I'm down.
Down. You down with the Z's? Down with the Z's. Or down with the sickness. Which one is it? Fish or disturbed?
Sickness.
We've been dancing with Mr. Brownstone.
He won't leave us alone.
Won't leave us alone. No. Crazy little thing called love.
Yeah.
Dentist music. What are they playing? Little Shop of Horrors.
Go to all I'm doing is just going to Delicious Audio and putting like dentist school.
I'm trying to find stuff that's not copyrighted though. Delicious seems to have all copyright, right?
Yeah, but just for today. Ortho. Oh.
918 sports. Oh no. No. It's amazing how off these levels are. No matter which thing I choose to use, the consistency is consistent, that there is no consistency. DJP 82. Save. Let's see. What am I doing? Are you done with that? Okay. Phantom. I don't know.
Are we running way early, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Convert it. Please convert it. If you check your toaster, you'll see I've got your bed for the next tooth decay thing. Ba 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 da ba da. Do 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 do. Phantom of the Opera's here inside your mind. Are you hiding? Are you hiding on me? 30 seconds. Never mind. Another song. Oh.
You want The Walking Dead for the dentist? Okay.
Whoops. DJ. Yes. Inside.
Yeah, you just start.
What are you talking about? You talking to me?
Nope.
Our sweet deal of the week is Fleming's Prime Steakhouse. Oh, good call. Good call, man. Good call. Sweet deal. Good call.
There we go.
You're on Danny and the Jar.
98.1 The Max.
Dentists are horrified with the latest TikTok craze. People, mostly young women, have posted videos of themselves reshaping their teeth with nail files.
Dental school typically takes about 4 years to get a degree. Now, toss out all that science coursework and clinical curriculum.
Here in my hotel room doing this video for you guys.
With the TikTok dental program.
I guess I just wanted to make these a little bit shorter, really.
No studying, no lab work, and no degree necessary.
At the club, I found some nail filers.
With the TikTok dental program, you just grab an emery board, hit record on your smartphone, and start grinding away.
Oh my God, I see some of it working.
At-home dentistry, always a great idea.
Oh, well, isn't that bad?
Don't forget to make an appointment with your real dentist so they can fix your costly mistakes.
The teeth is starting to look a little short.
Yeah, I think.
This message brought to you by Don't Be a Moron.
They don't grow back, ladies.
Man.
I know. It's incredible. Look at, ooh, this one's looking a little short.
I mean, it's like doing your own bangs, except a lot worse.
Your bangs grow back.
Ooh, you make a good point.
Your teeth are gone forever. There's no growing teeth.
And it's hard to chew when you have fine teeth.
Here's an orthodontist who saw the videos and explains to us why it's really risky to file down your own teeth.
This is actually something we do. It's called enamelplasty, okay? And us as dentists and orthodontists, we do this with a lot of people, okay? But you need to know specifics before you can do stuff like this. Can't do this by yourself with a nail. It looks like she has a nail file she's using to do it. Everybody has a set amount of enamel, okay? And that set amount of enamel, once you go through it, you hit your nerve and blood and pain and nastiness. It's just terrible. You don't want that.
See what quarantining does to people? We need to get our economy back moving just to get people out of the house and stupid ideas out of their head.
Well, but you say that, but we haven't been. I couldn't go to the oral surgeon after March, and finally it came around June when I was taking one of those required breaks. I got a cyst in my jaw taken care of. But then, if you go to your physician, you have to sit in your car, and during the summertime, which means you have to let your car run and with air conditioning, and it's a little bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but you're not filing your tooth down, are you?
Yeah. I'm not going to the DIY dental page.
Coming up next, Riddle Me This. If you'd like to play Riddle Me This and think you can figure out a riddle faster than me, 535-9898. I'll be right back.
Okay.
If somebody calls, just tell them, hold on, I'll be right there.
I got you.
I don't know what it means.
Hey, you want to play Riddle Me This?
Yes.
What's your name?
Kim.
Kim, hang on one second, okay?
Okay, cool.
Nobody wants to play?
I don't know. Let me pull up my riddles.
Hair is everywhere. My hair is everywhere.
No, I didn't mean that. No, I didn't mean that.
I dare you to hunt the fire.
All right, Kim, hang on one more second for me. We're almost ready. Sorry.
Oh, okay, cool.
Riddle me this, riddle me that. What's black and white? Where's the red cat?
That's playing with himself.
I'm sorry?
I said whoever's with you is playing with himself.
Right. Yeah.
All right, Kim, I am ready. Can we get you off speakerphone?
Sure. Hold on 1 second. Okay.
Unless you're driving.
No, it's fine.
Hi, Kim, where are you calling from?
I live in Bartlett, Tennessee.
B-A-B-A-R-B-A-R-T-L-E-T-T Bartlett. Panthers go fight. Win.
We've got Kim from Bartlett to play Riddle Me This with Miss Danny Bruns. We'll give them 3 riddles, and whoever gets the best 2 out of 3, if Miss Kim wins, she's going to get a $20 gift card to Moe's Southwestern Grill. Welcome to Moe's, Kim.
Hey.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Miss Bruns?
Yes. Do you want me to get that tease? Yes. Hold on. Download. Hard to play games and do a show, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look at this. Set, trim, save, send, done, go.
Hang on, I'm doing Sweet Deal of the Week myself. There we go. All right, riddle me this. What's really easy to get into and hard to get out of?
The bed.
Nope. Kim?
Jail.
Danny, will you take trouble? Because that's jail.
Trouble, yes, I will take it if you'll take the bed. Come on, man. It's easy to go to bed. It's hard to get out of it.
Amen.
All right. You get 1 point there.
Hey, real fast, I'm going to add this out. Somebody won the lottery, and Joy asked Andrew Douglas what he would do if he won the lottery. He goes, take the day off. And I was like, amen.
Right.
All right. The second one, riddle me this. What word contains 26 letters but only has 3 syllables?
Let me see.
What word has 26 letters but only has 3 syllables?
Dictionary.
Extra
4 syllables.
Fragilistic expialidocious.
No.
26 letters. The mailman, the 26 letters. Come on, letters.
And 3 syllables.
What word has
alphabet?
26.
Alphabet. Alphabet.
Hey,
Ding dong doom.
You were right. It was alphabet.
All right, here we go. Our third,
Okay.
and it's a tie. Let's do the tiebreaker riddle. Riddle me this. What can you hear but not see or touch, even though you can control it? What can you
Air.
hear but not
Oh.
see or touch,
Volume.
even though you control it?
The radio station.
What can you hear but not see or touch?
Even though you can control it.
Your brain.
You're all around it, Danny Bruns.
Your thoughts.
Hearing.
Yourself. Your voice.
Your voice.
Wind.
Finally, I win one.
Ah!
That's only your second out of about 6. So yes, I would.
Oh, you're right. I have won one. Okay, this is my second. Call back and play anytime. Feel good about myself today.
Okay. All right, guys. Have a good one.
No, Kim, we're just kidding. We're going to give you a $20 gift card to Moe's Southwestern Grill.
Thanks, guys.
Well, thank you for playing, Kim. Can you tell me what day it is?
It is Friday. Thank goodness. TGIF.
Friday what?
Friday was the 18th.
Friday who?
It was the 19th. Friday who? Thank goodness it's Friday.
Bitches.
Huh?
It's Friday, bitches.
Hey, that's right.
All right, hang on 1 second, Kim.
All right, thanks, guys.
I know you're gonna edit that out, but I thought it was still fun to say Friday.
Mute yourself for me. Done.
You acting kind of shady, ain't calling me baby.
Put her in a body bag,
I can hear
Johnny.
that. Body bag. Damn. Good job, buddy. I know what you're doing. You're going to Moe's. You're going to Moe's. Welcome to Moe's.
Welcome to Moe's. Congratulations, Johnny. You got a $20 gift card to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Never been, so exciting.
Okay, right now, if you would like to play Tri-State Trivia, lower your bar and try and beat the jar in some trivia. We got another gift card for Moe's Southwest Grill for you right now. 535-9898. We need 2 contestants.
98.1
The Max.
Danny in the Jar.
Any takers?
It ain't been 10 seconds yet.
Any takers?
And we'll tell you why we're doing this and who's responsible. The truth will be told.
Get him if you got him. I'm not going far, I promise.
I got you.
Good morning. We've got word of a crash here on 55
Hey, you wanna play
southbound
Tri-State
at
Trivia?
Metal Museum Drive. That's
Yes, sir.
55 southbound. It's
What's your
just
name?
as you come off of the bridge. It's
John.
that first
Hang
exit
on, John.
before you get to Crump and a 55 to head south. It's on the ring.
Say my name, say my name.
Whenever you're around me, please say me, baby. No one's calling us. Is that right?
Yeah, I got one. Is that
You
okay?
got one. One little, 2 little, 3 little Indians, 4 little, 5 little. Can you sing that song anymore in these days? 7 little, 8 little. 9?
Let's go Krogering, Krogering, Krogering. Krogering, Krogering.
How long does it take for? How long does it take for this to show up on Skimmer? Too long. Phantom. I mean, post. What? I need to do a. What do you call it?
Tri-State.
Tease.
Oh.
For the next story.
Say my name.
What are we doing here? It says because I don't have it 8:42 or 8:55. Was riddle me this 8:42?
Yes, this is 8:42. What did I do with 8:55?
Is that the real story for 908 so I can do the tease?
Yeah. We'll do that. I'll find something. Hey, you want me to get this guy's number and we'll call him back because it's a little hectic right now.
Yeah, if there's somebody else calling, sure.
Okay. Hey, man, what's your name again?
John?
Hey, John, can we call you back and do this contest?
Yes, sir.
What is your phone number?
Hold on.
Right.
I'm muting you. Go ahead.
Well, say my name. Say my name.
High of 80 for the weekend.
That doesn't really feel like a we're all in this together comment.
High of 80 today and sunshine.
Yes, we-
Nashville Mayor John Cooper. Hello.
Hey.
Coming up next. Coming up next, a woman describes a 12-foot alligator that ended up outside her door due to Sally. And speaking of Coming up next, a woman describes a 12-foot alligator that ended up outside her door due to Hurricane Sally.
Sally.
That girl. Say my name, say my name.
Oh, baby.
Whenever you're around me.
You say you love me.
Why the sudden change? You're acting kind of shady and calling me baby. I have 80 today and sunshine and high of 80. Sunshine. Coming up next, the woman described as I have 80 today and sunshine and high of 80 for the weekend. Coming up next, the woman describes a 12-foot alligator that. I like how different I sound. Using the same mic, same system. But it sounds like that. Why the sudden change? I have 80 today and sunshine and high of 80 for the weekend. Coming up next, a woman describes a 12-foot alligator that ended up outside her door.
Hey, the Max, who's this?
Ron.
Hey, Ronward. How you doing?
All right.
What can we do for you today?
I was going to play trivia.
Hey, okay, Ron. Well, I realized we got ourselves in a predicament. Can we call you back in about an hour and a half?
Yes.
Where are you calling from, Ron?
Well, I was going to say Bartlett just so I could get the cheer.
Okay, well, wait till we record it, okay? That's just ridiculous. People making up it. What's your phone number?
901-482-4125.
It's 482-4125?
Yes.
All right, give us about an hour and a half, buddy.
All right. Thank you.
I'll get that song ready for you, Ron. That is fantastic. You made my Friday.
All right, we'll call you back, buddy.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Bye.
That's just fantastic.
Yeah, it's just, surreal. It's good to hear your voice.
We've missed you in Midtown. I was going to say Bartlett just so I could hear the song. And that they're honest about it.
Right.
I mean, you could say Bartlett, I ain't going to know where you live unless you win. And then...
I live in Hernando. I just want to hear Danny sing that song. Jesus.
I need to think of a song for every place. That could get annoying. DJ T 91. That's what we doing. That's what we doing here. And what's even funnier about that is we've only been on these hours for how many weeks? And they already know the Bartlett song.
Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to need a couple of songs. Say my name, say my name.
Apparently we're not saying anything today. How can we keep running so early? Because it's Friday and we warn the out. And I'm scared to open my mouth. The wrong thing may come out. I may stumble.
Stumble like the wolf.
Really? That sounds really like, seriously, man? Ain't calling me baby, why the sudden change? Can't wait to talk to what are we gonna talk to Steve about? You know, I got some inside information about my little town I live in. The health department told them months ago that they could open the parks. But no, they're still closed. How much time I got? I got to go take a picture of the grocery list.
Damn it.
What?
You've got 5 minutes.
What you mad at?
File manager, Apex, refresh, send over, blah, blah. Womp, womp, womp. Say my name, say my name.
This is Danny in the Jar, 98.1.
The Max.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Foxy lady. Coming to get you.
It's Danny in the Jar on 98.1 The Max.
When's the last time you had a Twinkie?
Long time ago. I don't do kind of sweets anymore. I'm more of a sodium cat. You?
Oh, yesterday. And they're very disappointing because the Twinkies, ready. I mean, the Ghostbuster Twinkie that they put into the thing. Boy, what do you say about that big, right?
Right.
Nope. They're half the size now. Like everything else. Like you open up a bag of potato chips and half of them are gone.
No, there's nothing worse.
Twinkies are that big.
Wow, really?
Yes. You have to have two. You have one.
I'm sure that's because of obesity.
I tried calling you.
Need that much of the sugar.
Then why are they all so fat? We weren't. When we had regular sized Twinkies, we were just fine.
You're listening to Danny in the Jar.
98.1 The Max.
Chuck E. Cheese, Chuck E. Cheese. When you're hungry for fun, it's Chuck E. Cheese.
That's Chuck E. Cheese on bankruptcy. They did that in June, and now they're seeking a court's permission. This is how desperate I think Chuck E. Cheese thinks America is. They're asking a court to buy and destroy $7 billion or 7 billion prize tickets for its game machines. The tickets were printed before the bankruptcy, but the suppliers hadn't been paid and the tickets had yet to be delivered. And the chain is going to spend $2.3 million to buy and destroy them. So the tickets won't be circulated to the general public and presented at other Chuck E. Cheese's for redemption.
You know what you can get with 7 billion tickets?
What?
A plastic spider ring. Rip that off of Fallon.
At least you're honest.
I don't know if you can do that. Can you do that? 7 billion tickets. I don't understand the value of that, but that's why I'm in radio and not a CPA. Is that an asset that I'm unaware of? If they're not, I could understand the $7 billion worth of prizes they have in the back closet, but
Right.
The actual tickets themselves would just be void, right?
Right. I mean, or maybe not. Maybe
It can't. I would say it can't be. We're wrong because they are actually taking this to court. So somebody smarter than us. I can guarantee you that, Jarman.
But the thing about it is, I hadn't been to a Chuck E. Cheese in about 10 years. And the last time I looked, there wasn't like a Chuck E. Cheese Traeger grill back there that I'm going to steal a bunch of tickets for. There ain't a Chuck E. Cheese fishing boat that I'm going to rob a bunch of Chuck E. Cheese tickets for. What is in the Chuck E. Cheese prize closet that you need real bad?
Well, I do know if you go to like Incredible Pizza, you can get stuff like up to, I'm not going to say an iPhone, but like maybe Beat headphones. You have to get 1 million tickets. So you have to have 7 billion tickets to get it. But I'm so upset that so Chuck E. Cheese is closed and done.
Yes. Have your daughters not been able to experience Chuck E. Cheese?
Thing 1 has, but Thing 2 is obsessed. And I talked her out of having her 5th birthday at Chuck E. Cheese. I'm like, why do you want to go to Chuck E. Cheese? We went to Chuck E. Cheese for Thing 1's birthday one day for lunch. And it's so lame compared to like Incredible Pizza and other things out there.
Yes.
But there's some commercial or there's some obsession. Somebody has gotten into these kids' heads that they got to go to Chuck E. Cheese. And now I got to tell her that it's closed and it's going to not be pretty around here. But that's the last place I'd ever want to go in my life. Even if I had 7 billion tickets. I'd give you 7 billion tickets not to go.
If your daughter has a meltdown because Chuck E. Cheese is closed, well, it's their own fault. Because like you said, they haven't modernized like Incredible Pizza and Netflix did compared to.
Right. They're Blockbuster. You could go in there and watch a VHS tape. You could rent. Hey, there's a red box outside of the Chuck E. Cheese.
Coming up here, I don't even know where we are today. It is such a Friday.
We've got the Alabama lady, man, with that accent. She describes a 12-foot alligator that ended up outside her door due to Hurricane Sally. And I don't know why his accent's so funny. I'm used to it. I lived there for 8 years.
But speaking of accents, tomorrow is also Talk Like a Pirate Day. Are you serious?
You're with Danny and the Jar.
98.1 The Max.
All right, clear.
I'm gonna have to video her telling her that Chuck E. Cheese is closed, and I'll go viral.
I want to say, so impatient too. I want to see myself.
We need 3. You have any favorites so far?
Oh, hang on. Let me download my alligator girl. Is it a bad accent?
It just reminds me of everybody I went to school with.
Okay.
This one girl who was Jennifer Carmichael. She was in a beauty pageant, and we watched it from high school. We watched it while we were in the dorm.
Mm-hmm.
And so you had to go up there and say your name and what county or city you're from. And I'll just never forget. I'm Jennifer Carmichael from Enterprise. And this girl reminds me. They had the peanut. You were crowned Miss Peanut. The Peanut Fair. Peanut Festival. That's what it was. Peanut Festival down in Dothan. Jennifer Carmichael from Enterprise.
Well, it's also like those 2 girls from Mississippi we were talking about last Saturday afternoon. You know, it's like that.
It's like this. It's like that. Oh, Sally, that girl. Do we have that anywhere?
I'm sure I still have it saved. No, that's Sally montage. I'm going to play that.
Okay. Why do you have a phone? You're like my mother. Why do you have a phone if you're not going to answer it?
Oh, and then when I missed your call, I was like, great. I'm just like that guy that never answers that we talked about on the way back from Tunica. It's like, we're going to hear about that. Whoa, my bad. Dano, we need...
We need some music.
Yeah, we already played Boxing Lady, but that'll be good right there. I didn't hear it today for once.
Oh, Jesus, what these people want from me?
14 seconds to sunrise. Funny, but I bet you never left home. You read the lines all the time.
Yeah, so the health directive number 11 specifically lists which businesses, services, and facilities that are not opened. All others are open and allowed to operate. This is here in our city. Playgrounds are not listed as a facility that is closed. Municipalities and parks have taken upon themselves to keep playgrounds closed. The health directive does not direct them to do so. But if you call the mayor's office in G-Town, he will tell you it's a directive from the health department. Which is it?
Who do you know? Who do you know?
So, are you going to answer me? Why do you have a phone if you're not going to answer it?
Oh.
What?
I thought you said you're just like my mom and you were trying to
say that you don't answer phones.
No, that
mute. Who do you love?
And he may even have a topic all to himself that he may want to talk to. Or talk.
What I think so funny is that I said that, you know, I didn't like our affiliate here, but I didn't know our affiliate and your affiliate are the opposite in opinions. So I didn't realize that was a political, and that's a Carl even said to me, he's like, how'd you not realize that was a political story? They went after the mayor. And I was like, because that's how naive I am. When I'm watching something like the news, I'm expecting to get the truth. I'm not expecting to get one-sided stuff. But I'm old school. I forget that the news doesn't do that anymore. Got to finish my vitamins for crying out loud. Here we go. Oh, it's not going to be a good one.
Oh, I almost bought some Hershey's chocolate covered pretzels yesterday. And then I laughed at you taking your vitamins. And then you're like, well, I'm all nutritious, so I can eat these now. Bye-bye today's show. Let's golf.
Let's golf. Let's get some fruit in me today. Thanks, Juice Plus. I don't have to eat anything. Just take pills all day.
Don't have to look at prep.
Just take it up because I'm so healthy. Look at me. I'll tell you all about it. Tell you all about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And we'll be here listening. I said no one ever.
Said no one ever. Nah.
I need to leave some water up here, so I'll take water with it because now I'm starting to feel sick that I drank some of its coffee.
I've been drinking Sun Kiss grape powder in mine. It's delicious. I feel like I'm 12. That's why I probably had a good week. I've been a 12-year-old.
I've had a good week because I, have gotten in the shower prior to prep, because usually prep shower. And I have a pep talk with myself. It's going to be a good day. Glad you're doing this. You love your job.
Hey, you say that, but when I have coffee, because it doesn't take that long in that little I go to MB's door and look at my reflection and do the same thing. It's
10 seconds. I have no idea where we are. Woman, alligator. Got it.
Radio, car, Danny in the jar.
On 98.1
The Max.
Whoa, Sally. Don't like to.
Sally is just disrupting all kinds of things for people, like this woman in Gulf Shores, Alabama. She's describing the monster 12-foot alligator that ended up outside her window because of
Now look at that alligator that is right outside the window. He is going into the neighbor's driveway. This is why we don't want to go outside out here on the island. Oh, he is a monster. Oh, jeez.
See, I think it's just sweet and innocent and cute.
Y'all look at that alligator that is right outside the window. He is going into the neighbor's driveway. This is why we don't want to go outside out here on the island. Oh, he is a monster. Oh, jeez.
If you didn't hear it last break, Danny goes, get ready for this story in this lady's Alabama accent.
It's adorable. When I moved to LA, I don't know. I said y'all a couple times and didn't realize that the boys out there were just like, oh my God, keep talking, keep talking. So I went from I'm from Memphis to I'm from Alabama as quickly as like that. They loved it. They loved it. I was like, hey, y'all, I'm from Alabama. They're like, oh my God.
Well, it's almost like that time Joy Christie called me in Los Angeles, and she's at an ABC class to get her license to bartend. And she goes, you will not believe who is sitting behind me in Los Angeles in the same ABC class. And it was you, because she heard your accent and knew your voice.
She knew my voice. That was the weirdest day ever. Now, Joy Christie used to work over at 96X back in 96 when we were all over on Beale Street. And when did she move to LA?
2000. I mean, she's been out there for darn near 2 decades. I didn't think she'd last 6 months.
So she's been out there since like 2000. I moved out there about 2002, and you have to take an ABC class if you want to be a server at a bar. So there's about 100 of us just sitting in this random room in a random building.
In the second biggest city in America.
Yeah, and these ABC classes are all the time because there's so many. If you live in LA, you're a waiter or a waitress. So I'm just sitting there talking to a girl I work with next to me, normal conversation. And she turns around and goes, Danny Bruns? I was like, Joy Christie? She's like, I knew that voice. Yeah. It was bizarre. So then we took a break and called you, and you're like, what in the world?
Because she even says, Memphis is nothing like LA. You can go to downtown Memphis and see a bunch of friends. You go downtown LA, you don't see anybody, And then I was like, oh, okay. But she has a very thick Hernando, Mississippi accent. And I'm sure it grains on some of people's nerves. Sorry.
Well, I'm kind of happy it's on a Saturday, so I don't have to listen to you idiots all day long.
Arr.
Tomorrow's Talk Like a Pirate Day.
You see?
And people really get into it. Get some captain in you and just shut up, okay? Have a little captain. Coming up next, Prince's estate released a previously unheard song that he offered to Bonnie Raitt. We'll play that next. But first, comedian Jim Gaffigan on Pirates.
During the summer, I tour with my kids, and we'll do like a kid activity during the day, and then I'll do a show at night. And usually the kid activity is like a zoo or a park. When we were in Erie, Pennsylvania, we went on a pirate boat ride, which was pretty authentic, because when I think of Lake Erie, I think of all them pirates storming the shores of Western Pennsylvania. There were like 50 kids. They were all dressed like pirates. I felt like I was at a children's Jimmy Buffett concert. And I tell you, those kids were having the time of their lives. Kids love to dress like pirates. The murderers and rapists that pirates were. And we think it's adorable. It's so cute. He looks just like one of those sociopaths who terrorize the Caribbean. We let our kids dress like murderers. Darth Vader, that genocidal lunatic. It's fun. The devil, it's cute. Hitler, no.
He hasn't gotten old at all to me. I know it's the same two voices, but
It's just so smart. It's Seinfeld in a different way.
yes, very much. It's just like that picture of me holding up the cookies. I told somebody, I was like, I found a picture of us at the radiothon, and I'm answering the phone call. I was like, but the worst thing about it is I'm wearing a Carrot Top t-shirt. And I was like, and I think I bought that Carrot Top t-shirt at the comedy show. I'm so embarrassed. 2 years ago, because when Clay and I went to the Luxor, that was where he was. So he was on your TV every time you turned it on, telling you, hey, don't forget we got this and this. And as Trey Dehart said, all steroid up.
Yeah, he's pretty creepy looking. I don't get his deal.
Well, could I ever be so blind?
918 alligator.
Mm-hmm. It's been 7 hours and 18 days.
Since you took your love away
from me. And to the doctor, guess what he told me? He said, boy,
You gotta tell yourself just what to do. Nothing. Now, did Cornell cover that or did his daughter?
Cornell did it for a certain satellite radio company.
Nothing compares to you.
But they say he used to sing.
Since you've been gone, I can eat my dinner. Fancy restaurant.
And as crazy as his wife's being about his vault and all that, he used to sing "Good Night" to the girl that sang the Pearl Jam song, "The Beautiful Ones." I want to hear him do that badly. Do you want him?
I like Audio Slave's got to be my favorite that he did, but he did do Audio Slave, right?
Yeah.
Why is that a one? Oh, because you're down. But that Patient song, it's one of my favorites. I mean, I don't mind Soundgarden, and not that I dislike it. But there's something just more, I don't know, like,
Well, it's just so because it's so darn
pure. Yeah, but it's like so him. I feel like Audioslave's about the only band that never drowned out his talent. Does that make sense? Does it make sense?
Right. No, yeah.
He's bigger than the song, the music. I can hear it.
I can see. I seen it.
I can see your audio. Nothing can take away these blues. We need some music. Black Madonna. Should we put some Black Crowes in? How about little Goodbye Daughters?
That show is all right. That's I like that a lot. Yeah, girl.
Goodbye Daughters of the Revolution.
Goodbye, daughters of the revolution.
Solution. I should probably have some Trigger Hippie, huh? Do we have any Trigger Hippie still in here? I've got the CD and the record and the drum thing because I had too much to drink and bought their whole. Don't want to bring you down. Look at that. Look at that. Insert. Right there. What you think about that?
Show looks good. It'd be all right. Yep. All right. All right. Let's say 2000 party. Oh, oops.
Tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999.
They say 2000 party. Oops. I'm time.
Tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999.
Yeah. Do you want him? Do you want me? 'Cause I want you. Baby, 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 I want you. All right, here we go. Keep rowing, move. No, Delta Dental, you've been no help for me. Nope. But do you want him? Get ready for a big Friday, bitches.
No.
What?
I'm not in the mood. I'm just kidding. Get that zip whip ready. Because I'm going to tell them if they want to watch him, they can watch him. And if they want to ask him a question, they can zip whip it or ask or do.
Whip it good. Zip that whip. Oh, here we go. I'm going to introduce you.
$98.1 The Max.
Danny and the Jar.
Danny in the Jar on 98.1 The Mix, 923, and her favorite temperature outside of 69 degrees. Danny Bruns, what day is it?
It's Friday, bitches! And like you said, we're coming at you. We're coming at you hard. We're coming at you at 3. Today is 9:24, 36 before the hour. And we're coming up next to you. Don't want to miss it. You got your highs, you got your low, you got your no, you got your down, got your ups, got your lows. Huh?
Speaking of got your ups and got your downs, I mean, and y'all wonder why those guys were so nuts back then because, yeah.
I got to find those YouTube videos. We watch them for hours. And every time I put them in, trying to find the videos, I can't find them, but it's old DJs on coke. And
I mean,
it's hysterical.
I mean, he's rubbing the front of his nose, not side to side, but in a clockwork manner.
And then he gets on that mic, and it's like the Micro Machine dude.
It is just like what you did. We got your eyes, we got those.
And he's just looking around. He's like, can't wait for his next break.
Answering the phone like he knows everybody in Los Angeles. Hey, Bill, what's going on?
Well, I always laugh because I started in rock radio and then went over to country. And then when I was at Top 40, I was on the weekends, and the program director over there says, all right, I need you to put down the weed and pick up the blow. And it was I knew exactly what he meant. He wasn't literal, but I was on the air just being like, hey, man, that was Britney Spears.
Just like somebody told you once, can Danny redo that after she goes to Starbucks?
Yeah, I don't like her commercial. She's not got enough energy. You know what? Bend over. I'll show you where your commercial goes. Straight up, lady.
That was rude. I wasn't talking to you.
Prince.
Prince.
All right, so I hope Prince and Chris Cornell's estate keep releasing previously unheard songs. Prince's latest is called I Need a Man, and apparently back in the day, he offered this song to Bonnie Raitt.
Money's all you got, I don't want it. If you can't make me hot, I don't need you around. If you can't turn me on, I don't need.
Man, I tell you what is another crazy thing about Prince is how he can write a song and be thinking about Bonnie Raitt. Now, Bonnie Raitt back then, you know, when he first started coming out, she was on Urban Cowboy back then in the early 80s, but he wrote that song. It's like I could hear her slowing it down a little bit and making a little bit of that jazzy country that she does.
Well, and not only that, I don't think people realize the songwriter that Prince was.
Mm-hmm.
I know people like, especially my parents, who appreciate Prince and his music, but they don't know Prince. And I don't think I knew that much about him till he actually did pass. Like Nothing Compares to You, I didn't know he wrote. And there's a whole list of things I didn't know he wrote.
Yeah, there's that whole album they released, 2 or 3 years ago of various songs he wrote for The Time and all those other artists from the Purple Rain era.
Amazing. John Oates, yes, from Hall & Oates, which, people, I love when y'all think it's so funny to go, my kid thought it was Hall & Oates, like Holland, Haulin. Why wouldn't they? They named themselves Hall & Oates. Well, what are they supposed to think it is?
Just like my band, Nut and Honey.
Yeah. I mean, of course, that one always irritates me. They thought it was like Hall & Oates. Okay. Why wouldn't they? So
What
anyway.
time does wrestling come on next?
Yeah. Well, John Oates has a new live album out today. It's called Live in Nashville. He recorded it back in January. Here's part of a song called Anytime.
I've always liked him. I've always liked him. And, he wrote a song or an album, wrote and recorded up near Osceola at a friend of his. It was just plain called Arkansas a couple of years ago. We played a track for you from that back then. But, because he's sort of the second guy in Hall & Oates. Daryl's so flamboyant and always wore those crazy sunglasses.
Well, they don't call it Oates and Hall. But maybe they should have if you didn't want your kids not to know how to spell it. Oates and Hall. Hall and Oates. It's always the guy that's first. That's why my name's first on this show.
Exactly. Whatever makes my work wife happy work wife, happy work life.
Yes. So speaking of Nashville, John Oates song there. We've got our very own good friend Steve Gorman from Steve Gorman Rocks, our night show here at 98.1 The Max. He's also in Trigger Hippie and, of course, the ex-drummer of Black Crowes. He's coming up next. You not only can hear him live, you can also watch him live on our Facebook page for 98.1 The Max and our YouTube page. So we'll do that next. If you have any questions for Steve, go ahead and text our Rick's Powder Coating text line, 901-535-9898. We'll be back with Mr. Steve Gorman next. And we're live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Looking good, Steve. I like the haircut.
Thank you, dear.
So much better than these guys that I've got to tell them when quarantine and whatever's over with to go manscape a little bit.
It's got to, we've got to maintain some semblance of control.
Speaking of control, I was watching a video of you, the San Jose girl that you did with the live audience back in January.
Mm-hmm.
And no offense, but you've lost a lot of weight since then. How much have you lost?
I have not lost a pound since then. This is all camera angles and bad lighting out in San Francisco. I honestly think I was probably lighter then than I am now, but
maybe it's your hair. Yeah,
could be the trick. Could have done the trick.
So April, I hope her boyfriend is a complete rock star because she is not only a beautiful girl, she is so normal and nice and cool and not what you'd expect.
No, she's a sweetheart, and her boyfriend is a Chicago police captain.
Oh,
wow! I'll have to talk about that next with her.
Or well, wait, I shouldn't say captain. I don't know his rank. I always say that. I mean to say he's a Chicago cop, and it always comes out captain. But yeah, I think they've been together like 6 or 7 years, and he is a cop in Chicago, which means he has a significantly difficult job.
Really?
Wow.
You know what district he's in?
I have no idea. But that is that's a tough gig no matter what you want to try to get done. That city is
Not
and has
good.
always been a bit of a clusterfuck.
Yep. All right, so we don't have to talk Nashville mayor. I didn't realize, see, our Fox News here is not political. I didn't realize that they were
Well, the guy that
one-sided.
owns a bunch of those bars on Broadway, Steve Smith, he's so in deep with a certain sector of the local media to just, it's a really involved story. It's funny. There's a guy on Channel 5 here, the CBS affiliate, who put up a Twitter thread yesterday just poking every hole there is to be poked in that whole story. And Fox 17's running with it because Newsweek picked it up, and it's a great example that journalism classes should teach about how to cherry pick the information you want and ignore things like, they made a big fuss over staffers saying things like, this is not for public consumption, right? Because there's a thing called HIPAA violations when you're discussing tracing and test results and people's names. Of course, you don't release that shit publicly. I mean, there's a million ways to look at all those emails, but there's a lot of, it's just I don't have all of it right in front of me, but it's very easy to find people who have gone through the entire threads and said, this is what's missing. This is not here. They've ignored this point. They've done this. And it's par for the course with this situation because all the independently owned real music clubs are closed down and dying, and all the Broadway bullshit bars are wide open because that guy, Steve Smith, has city councilmen in his pocket and he's paying them all a fortune to, there was a guy on the city council last night on Tucker Carlson saying the mayor of Nashville is running a cover-up plan. It's fucking crazy. It's just it's just the same old story. The guy that stands to lose some money is making damn sure that he gets his view of events out. And, all those honky tonks on Broadway, which nobody that lives in this town gives a flying fart about, are open and full every night. And all the actual music venues that have music, anything that's independently owned is drowning right now, and those guys are still out there printing money. It's pretty gross.
Well, the point I made about it yesterday was, do these people not realize you don't put that stuff in writing? That's when you get on the phone.
But the stuff that they put in writing is not fully shown here, and the context is what's missing from the way Fox 17 reported it. I mean, people double checking so that they know how to respond is normal in any job. You want to make sure, like, wait, what is the context of this information? Who's going to see it, and why are we doing this? And when you're dealing with a public health crisis, it's not a problem to make sure the context is what you think it is. But again, if they showed the full email threads, which are available elsewhere, there's a whole lot more information that Fox decided to leave out of the story. That's really the point. And I'm not defending blindly the mayor's office at all. I think he's done some really stupid shit in the last 3 months. But this is one of those cases where you have a very, very, it's not even a story, and it's turned into a giant, it's a giant volcano right now because a whole lot of information that's right there in front of you was left out by the initial report. So just another standard day in journalism.
I was going to say, it just explains the last 6 months.
Yeah.
And that's all we've said too, is like, it's just gotten to the point though. Who do you trust? I don't care what side you're on. I don't trust anybody at this point.
I trust people who have a long history of, I mean, you could just, I don't trust anybody under 30 that's working for themselves, because every time well, that's not true. I just mean, I think that there's people have long track records and they're worth looking into, but it's getting, there's a independent media. There's a site called Democracy Now! That's been around for 25 years. And that is, as far as the political stuff, they just hammer on everybody. They're very equal opportunity. They're just trying to get to never mind. I'm about to go into a mountainous K-hole, and I don't feel like going there right now.
20 seconds.
It's Danny in the Jar on 98.1 The Max.
That is Daughters of the Revolution. Goodbye, Daughters of the Revolution by Black Crowes. As we've got Steve Gorman with Steve Gorman Rocks with Trigger Hippie with us. And I've got to ask, does that song have anything to do with the actual Daughters of the American Revolution?
I couldn't possibly imagine that does. But you'd have to ask the guy that wrote those lyrics.
You just played the drums.
I established what is called a deep pocket and got out of the way. And people, I've been asked for literally 30 years about Black Crowes lyrics, and I always say I read them in the studio, and they either stick in my brain or they don't. And those are some that probably just didn't. They bounced right off. They did not. I was attempting to enter the atmosphere of my brain. The angle was incorrect, and they bounced right off.
Do you have any that pop in your head every now and then?
There was. I think it's funny. The two greatest sets of lyrics to me personally that Chris ever wrote were neither one was ever actually released. We had two recording sessions that never saw the light of day, and I think that coincidentally they were my favorite lyrics anyway. There was a session we did in '92 and another one in '97. And but I guess I think the second album is the best album, and a big part of that is because I think the lyrics all were very straight line and not a lot of pretense and overthinking involved.
Which one was the second album?
Southern Harmony.
Southern Harmony, Angels, Devils.
That's the one.
Yep, that's a good one. I'm a Warpaint fan, real big. I don't know why. I think it was just a totally different sound. That is the one that's just in the studio, right? That you straight up just recorded, right? Like a live studio audience?
No, that was that was the one after Warpaint, actually. Okay. That was before the Frost.
Before the Frost. There you go.
What was the rest of that? Until the Freeze. Another that was
it was like a two-part thing.
I never really fully figured out.
Well, we thank you for coming on, Steve. What bands are you currently listening to now? I know that your nephew's got a band that you like a lot. What are they called?
They're called Illiterate Light.
Yeah, I checked them out. Very nice sound.
Oh, they're fantastic. And like all bands, they're just all staring at the walls right now, trying to figure out what to do. The truth is, when I jump in the car, I listen to probably more podcasts than anything, but there's a band called the Jones Sisters, which is a bunch of dudes. They're great. I like the Jones Sisters. Their stuff is available anywhere you stream music. And Illiterate Light, I'm trying to think of who else. I mean, I listen to an awful lot of stuff, and I don't think about it in terms of this is new or this is old. I just get a mood and I go find it and play it. So,
and that's how I am with I have to ask you the second album. I have my favorite bands, and I am just not good with titles. I don't care. I put it on and I walk away. I don't.
Yep. I have no idea what songs are called. I mean, I've met guys in bands that I really admire, peers or younger, older, whatever. I've had many conversations with people, and I'm explaining to them how much a certain song moved me, and I go, it's the third one on side 2. What's it called? Because I've never, and that's not like a CD or streaming thing. I didn't know what songs were called even when I used to stare at the album for 4 hours like you used to do. You just hold the album cover in your hand. I still never got titles. I pick a song, a line of the song, and that's what the song is called to me.
Well, just like I did Angels, Devils, but that's Thorn in My Pride.
Exactly. And I knew what you were talking about.
Back to writing songs. Have you ever written a song, or do you ever try?
I write music. With Trigger Hippie, I've been a part of the songwriting process on a lot of those things. And it's interesting. There's a song on the album we put out last year called Born to Be Blue. And we were all putting together, I wrote a lot of the lyrics that ended up not being in the song, but it's all a process. It's like you have a theme in mind, and everybody's throwing out lines, and then I would go writing a whole verse and 2 verses, and then that would morph into something Nick wrote, and then I would go, oh, that's even better. And so it's like it's kind of like saying, you know, I might not have planted the initial seed, but there's a lot of watering and all those things that go along in the creation of music. And so I've certainly been involved in on that level for a long time. But as far as writing melody and lyrics, like the actual songwriting at its simplest core, no, I leave that to people that want to do that. I was the first guy ever to buy a drum kit and think, nice, I never have to be responsible for writing songs. I'm just going to play drums.
That is true. It's like the damn Eagles couldn't get it straight. You know, they're all fighting over who's going to be the singer. You're like, fine.
Well, if I sang like Don Henley, I would have made everybody's life miserable too. Trust me.
So well said.
That's what we're going to talk about next with you, Steve. I heard you tell us your favorite or your most American band of all time, who you think that is. We'll be right back with Steve Gorman, with Steve Gorman Rocks and Trigger Hippie.
Are you going to tell me who the most American band of all time is? Because I have no idea what you're referencing.
You said it on your night show about a week ago. It was Aerosmith.
Oh, yeah. Ultimate American rock band. Hang on one second. I have to go yell at a dog.
Jump in anytime. I went blanket for a second there. I had to.
Oh, no. And I was just making sure you were watching the. No, that was a great time to cut too, because we're on time.
What, anybody on Zip Whip?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Welcome to my world. That's all day long. My two kids behave, and then the damn dog comes in here.
He just ran past me with a big Tupperware bowl in his mouth, and I found him in the backyard eating it. Not good.
What was in it?
Nothing. It was empty, but you know, who wants to replace Tupperware? It's solid piece of kitchen utility.
You're such a girl.
Hey, man. I mean, those leftovers need to be properly refrigerated and sealed, vacuum tight. I don't play around with the leftovers, man. Got to get it right.
That's a good question. You know, I heard Nikki Sixx talking about just, you know, their last tour was like 2.5 years. And, you know, you get to the point where every day's like Groundhog Day. It's a turkey sandwich. Get ready for the show, do the show. Turkey sandwich, get ready to do the show, do the show.
Yeah.
What did you eat on the road a lot?
I didn't eat much before a show. I would eat after, unfortunately. But as long as there was soup, I was happy. Big fan of soup. And it's hard to mess up soup, whereas it's really easy to mess up a lot of other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's important that you establish like a Groundhog Day hamster wheel system to get you. It's not about, you know, there's days when you're really inspired. Well, we can talk about this on the air if you want to. I mean,
okay. Can I ask you, because I don't want to sound lame, because it's pretty lame, but everybody probably thinks that every drummer knows each other. Do you run with any other drummers or talk to any other drummers?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of drummers that are friends. The guy I know a bunch. I mean, as far as like big rock dudes, yeah. I mean, there's a few that I'm buddies with. We can talk about them. They're all assholes like me.
Okay. Just because I find myself, the older I get and longer in this business, the more I reach out to even my competitors across the street, just PDs, and the gloves go off, and it's more of like a survival or a outlet. Hey, are you going through the same thing kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's funny. We every band, it seems like, that gets that blows through the pack and kind of has a level of success. There's a moment in time when you realize, like, oh, I'm not in a local scene anymore. And like for us, it's like, Pearl Jam's not our competition. They're the guys just like us from Seattle who got out of Seattle. You know what I mean? Like we have more in common with Pearl Jam or Motley Crue or the guys in Skid Row or the guys in Wilco than we do with a lot of other people. And local music scenes are so fraught with, with rivalries and stuff. And then you get to a place where you're beyond there and it's really easy to reproduce that vibe. I mean, the Crows did that. The guys I started the Black Crows with looked at every band like their competition and like their enemy, but I never had that. I thought that was always pretty ridiculous.
Well, that's what Jar and I make fun of, just radio people.
Yeah.
When they come up to you and they're like, oh man, or they don't say anything to you. They're across the room like, it's competition. It's like, really? There's less and less of us. We should all be together.
I said a million times, I was tired of there being no egos in rock music, so I went into sports talk radio to find some.
Wow. Oh my God.
The idea of, that whole line about loving the sound of your own voice. I never knew how real that was with people.
Yep.
Especially sports.
Especially in this town. If you only knew. A lot of them are what? Journalists.
Mm-hmm. Let's introduce Trigger Hippie.
Oh, my bad.
I'm the boss around here, Steve. I tell him what to do.
I just said, happy work wife, happy work life.
All right, so we're going to go. What did you call it? The greatest. What did you call Aerosmith the greatest?
I just said they're the greatest American rock band. I mean, they have, 50 years. No one else. I mean, ZZ Top's been around that long, but Aerosmith, I think, has a much larger piece of the pie, culturally speaking.
Oh, absolutely. If I was given the choice, it would be the band from Boston.
Really? Well, I never do this, but I'm about to do it. It's one of my proudest moments in life. One of them. Not my babies, not having my babies, but.
Oh, yeah.
I can't tell what that is.
It's Steven.
Oh, gotcha. Yep, I see it now.
Janie's Fun Houses here in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
25 years in rock radio, and I've never met Steven Tyler at a concert backstage ever, but I get to meet him at a charity function.
Yeah.
And it was the day I realized that your voice, no matter how big or small, matters. I take it very seriously. I don't know. Yeah. So Jar and I are very charitable people. We like to be out in the community a lot.
It helps the ratings. The ratings.
We do it for ratings. We don't really care about.
You mean it
kids.
soothes your central nervous system? That's what you meant to say.
Sorry. Thank you.
To give is to live.
All right, here we go.
All right, Aerosmith, Groundhog Day, drummers, September.
Radio On with Danny and the Jar.
98.1 The Max.
We got Steve Gorman. I was going to call you drummer and Gorman all in one.
I've been called way worse, so that's fine.
The drummer of Trigger Hippie, also Steve Gorman rocks Monday through Friday, 7 to midnight. And I'm sure you have been called a lot worse being in a rock band for so long. And I heard you a few nights ago talk about the greatest American rock band of all time, in your opinion, is...
I think it's Aerosmith. And you could make a case. I guess at this point, Metallica's got to be considered up there. Van Halen. These bands have been around a long time, but Aerosmith's at 50 years now, and I think they're the most fascinating story. I mean, a band that had what they did in the 70s, and then to go so far into the ditch, and then come back in the late 80s, and then establish the band as something so far beyond what as a kid in the 70s, I thought they were the biggest thing on earth. And then they went away. They tried really hard to kill themselves. They got it together, and then they came back, and then they actually did become the biggest band on earth, it seemed like, for the 90s. And they still play, obviously, and they still do what they do. I just think I think that, anytime you look at 50 years in the same lineup, for the most part, I think for all but 2 of those years, it's the same 5 guys. And to see somebody just navigate and stay, if you see Aerosmith in Europe, you're usually seeing them in a stadium. I mean, I don't think a lot of Americans understand how big they are on the entire planet.
Yep.
And like I said, Metallica obviously has, come along, but they started many years later. So I think for longevity and all of those things, you got to say it's Aerosmith. I mean, biggest bands of all time. I think the top of that list, it's all the English bands. I mean, nobody's ever outdone the Beatles or the Stones or Zeppelin or Pink Floyd for that matter. I mean, I don't know where Aerosmith fits on that list. They're not, I don't think, even in the top 5, and in fact, I think you'd even arguably say U2 worldwide is maybe had the greatest career, because they've never gone away. They never were irrelevant. They've somehow managed to keep their thumb on the pulse for 40 years, which is mind-boggling in itself. But for American bands, yes, I will wrap this long-winded explanation up by saying I would give it to Aerosmith.
Well, no, that's fine. I think it's hilarious that Ian White has written in and says Megadeth and Slayer always get overlooked.
Well, there's a
Thanks,
reason
Ian.
for that.
Hey, it's funny, and no offense to you, but it's funny you just mentioned how Aerosmith started, because I was working at Graceland as a security guard when y'all first came to town with ZZ Top, and after I saw y'all, and Chris or Rich, whoever's just slugging Jack Daniels on stage, and I went back to work, I was like, those guys are going to end up like Aerosmith. they're going to be big, and then they're going to be just fade away and come back, and
Yeah, that neon sign was flashing pretty bright from the jump.
Well, was that how you were every day? Was it Groundhog Day like that?
It turns into that. It's funny because a million guys in bands who've toured for years endlessly will say that it turns into Groundhog Day, and it does feel, the only thing different throughout the course of the day are like the security guards outside your dressing room at times. You feel like it is the exact same story, but it's important to get to that place. It's a weird thing. A touring band, you have to get to a point where your bad shows are actually all pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a question of having the best show you've ever had every night, but you got to get to a place where when you're not on, it's still really good. You got to bring it's like the bottom floors have to come up to a certain level. And in order to accomplish that, you have to get into a routine. There's a lot of Pavlovian impulses that lead into a show. So for me, I got to a point where about an hour before the show, I do a pacing thing. I do a little warm up. I'm not warming up my arms or my hands. I'm really warming up my brain. I'm just reminding myself of, I'm going to go do this thing again. And I've got to get all the other distractions out of my mind. And I got to be at a place where for 2 or 2.5 hours, this is the only thing that exists on planet Earth. And you learn after a while that if you have a show where you don't get there, it just eats you alive until you get back up the next night. A bad show can happen for a variety of reasons, but you got to get to a place where you're the only one that knows you're having a bad show. You could call that being a pro also. And so in order to become a pro, you got to have a routine, that happens. But then to get to the Groundhog Day point, there comes a time when it starts to drive you crazy, and every band has gone way past the line of when it's time to go home. And hopefully you evolve and learn as you go that, yeah, that 14-month tour sounded like fun, but let's do 6 instead. Let's do 5 and take a long break.
But it's funny also. I wonder how many musicians that have had the longevity that you have take a little power nap before they go on.
Not many. That's another key ingredient to my success. I got to shut it down. I know that if I don't like to go over 20 minutes, if I hit 30, then it's then I'm a little groggy, but
sluggish.
You give me a 20-minute power nap and I can funnel, I can get to the moon if I need to.
Did you have anything out there on your rider, or were you pretty normal?
Well, the band had stuff on the rider that was pretty, I'm very simple. I mean, if you're going to put towels on the rider, just wash them first, because they always bring clean towels or brand new towels. And then you wipe your sweaty face and all the little towel bits end up in your hair and face because no one thought to wash them first. I mean, pretty basic stuff like that. I always wanted to make sure there was a lot of beer. and I needed there to be a lot of water and towels that have been washed once. You give me that, I'm going to give you a gig. The Crows on our second album, when Southern Harmony came out, we did have an ounce of weed on the rider.
That's awesome.
And that's one of those things. It's more just to see
if they'll do it.
You want to make sure people are paying attention. You want to make sure, and then certain promoters would say flat out no, and then certain promoters would say no, but my assistant is over down the hallway, and it was interesting to see how people handled that.
What about other drummers? Do you ever reach out to other drummers or associate with them, talk to them, or?
Oh yeah, no, I got a bunch of friends, a bunch of drummer friends. I mean, I've got some very close friends that are drummers. There's a guy that a lot of people don't know named Steve White. They don't know him here. He's a legend in the United Kingdom, and we're very close. Patrick Keeler is a good buddy of mine. He's in the Raconteurs with Jack White, and then like big established rock guys. Chad Smith and I go back to like 1989, and Dave Grohl. Everybody's Dave Grohl's friend, pretty much, but. He's a good buddy of mine. As far as just like texting, checking in, what's the latest, sharing pictures of kids. Yeah, I got there's probably a dozen guys in bands that, I'm tight with.
Are you guys sharing ideas back and forth or reaching out at all during this quarantine and pandemic?
Not like creative ideas. It's just more personal. It's just, how are your kids handling this? What are you doing? When this thing ends, it's not even like let's get together and have a drum off. It's just, hey, it'll be good to see you. It's just like that.
Are you trying to tell us that rock star drummers are just normal people?
Well,
Not all of them.
It depends on how wide your net of normal is.
Right.
I don't see you hanging out with Tommy Lee. I don't put you two together at all.
We have hung a few times, and he couldn't be a more friendlier dude. And I'm talking about a total of a few hours spending time with him, and I always enjoyed his company greatly. But no, we do not exchange recipes.
All right, I've heard on your show. I know you did it last night. Are you doing it every night? The September?
It's not every night, but it's at least one night a week. We just go Zeppelin heavy. Tonight, it's all about the fact that 50 years ago, of course, we lost Jimi Hendrix. This is the 50th anniversary of his death. And so we'll have a Hendrix heavy show tonight because last I checked, he still kind of matters.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Like 4 songs ago here on this station. Yes.
I was watching a video someone tweeted this morning of him, just a quick 20-second intro to Foxy Lady from a gig, and I just stare at it, and it's I was telling my wife, when I was a younger musician, Hendrix was so ubiquitous. I just like, yeah, okay, I've seen it all. I get it. Like, let's get on to something new. And now, 50 years on, I look at him and I think, if I walked into a venue and saw something and heard something like that to this day, it would blow my brains out. I mean, it's like there's still never been anybody like him.
Yep.
And visually too. I mean, just to watch his live performance, it's just that's like a real shaman, that guy.
Yeah, I'm an Ed Van Halen freak, but who's the greatest of all time? Jimmy. Jimmy started all of that, and did tapping, so did Randy Rhoads and Kurt Hammett and all that. It was Jimmy.
Yeah,
he showed up like he just stepped off an alien spaceship.
And Eddie Van Halen didn't start till 1984. Let's be real.
I don't know what that means, and I'm just gonna let that lie there.
Yes, let's just say that old Danny here did not know that Van Halen existed before the 1984 album. Had no clue till pretty recently.
Well, as I've said many times, if you're going to give me one Van Halen record, I still take the first one.
Yep.
So yeah, they had a minute there before 1984 that's noteworthy.
I've learned, Steve. Thank you. All right, you are coming up tonight, Monday through Friday nights, 7 to midnight, right here on 98.1 The Max. It's Steve Gorman Rocks with April Rose. We're actually gonna have April on Tuesday.
Nice.
Yes, she's
very nice.
Very nice. See, you're hooking it up. And have a good weekend. We're going to leave you with Trigger Hippie. Of course, Steve is the drummer for Trigger Hippie. It's called Don't Want to Bring You What?
Don't let me say. Hang on, I think I remember this one. It's don't want to bring you. Don't want to bring you cookies. No, it's I don't want to bring you down.
Did you not really know, Danny, or did you, because on our system it says
I didn't. And then how appropriate was that? Because he doesn't remember titles and lyrics. That is what I'd rather be lucky than right. I'm gonna get rid of this free bird real quick.
Woo, girl.
Sacrilege.
Actually, I'll get rid of the wolf totem. Wait, is the bottom number when it starts or ends?
The bottom's when it ends.
Oh yeah, we'll be good. Oh man, that doesn't let me delete it. So Ross is going to. We'll just delete the next song. How about that?
All right,
Sorry,
guys, I gotta
Dave
jump.
Grohl. Okay, thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. Call us if you need anything or vice versa, whatever.
Hang on one second, Danny. Take us off the Facebook.